record. There we go. So, and then keeping, writing on it for notes, like make it your working document, whatever you have. So, want to go around and, I don't know if you're looking at your week 2 on the sheet that we did, but I'm just going to read through the questions like, your ambassadors this month. Let's celebrate how many ambassadors you have this month. Or leads, potentials that are people that are opening up or that said yes to an event. So Saba, do you want to go first?
Sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I in the beginning of this year, I was reaching a really amazing lady. Actually, her name is Mary, and she recently reached out to me. But it's just when she asked a lot of questions, reached out to Andrea, and suddenly she's looking at the price and she's kind of like, Saba, I need more time. And she keeps sending me questions, but Cassandra is the one who's more than health. She's more wanting to have the financial aspect of Plexus. So today was my whole day on the phone with, it was just like, keep asking me different questions and about the products, and thank you for all the help, sending me quick answers that really helped. And I'm just working on them. And then Carla is she mostly reaching out to her, talking to her, how is she doing? She is an ambassador, but she's mostly like, I'm doing good, the products are good, and that's it. So I don't know what else to, I wish she would share a little bit more. So
Okay. And remember when you're asking questions to have a detailed question, like tell me about your regimen. Are you fitting them into your day? And when are you taking them?
yeah,
What's your favorite product or something that's more of a specific, so that because if you just say, how's it going? It's going fine. Love the products. You don't find any information out, right? So
I kind of mix and match, and I have asked her like, how many pills are you taking? And it's very to the point. I think she's saying she's kind of like, I don't want her to back out. So she is her husband is always gone, so she's always telling me that she's busy with the kids, I have to go, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. And and give it some time, did you invite her to any events or send her to?
Yes.
Okay, good. She go watch any of it?
I don't think so.
Okay. So maybe just leave her alone for a while, and maybe, just leave it in a, just, hey, I'm here if you need me. Can I check in with you in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Dinner.
I started connecting with her. Instead of asking Plexus questions, I started just like, hey, how are you doing?
Yes.
I just want to give her a little time to just not like I'm coming as a salesperson or something.
Right. Yep. Because they know, she knows you, she knows what you do, and yeah, so that's good. All right. And I know Kelly's, I don't know if you want, Kelly, you want to chat or do you want to talk? And then,
yeah, I can go.
Okay.
This week I've had 2 lunches. I'm trying to reignite a couple past ambassadors, and I have signed up, I think 3, and then 1 signed up her husband. So it's been a good week, a productive week. I have another meeting tomorrow with a potential, and I sent out or gave a sample out, and she really likes the sample, so she's waiting for payday. So hopefully I will get 1 more, and then the next step is to get them to see the picture of getting at least 1 but hopefully getting at least 3 of them to silver. My goal is to get 4 people to silver in the next 10 days. So, and it doesn't have to be, those new signs. It might be somebody that has been loving the products. So that's my goals. That's what I'm working on now.
For you. And the chat parties, people are getting silvers in 15, 20, those nights, So are you going to do chat parties, do you think? Is that kind of your plan?
I think so. I think that's what we're going to shoot for. Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to get some people to commit to them,
Yeah.
We've talked about it, but no one's really committed yet. So have to send them a couple dates to choose from and then go from there.
Yes. Great job. All right, Tansy.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't really have anything going on. I'm just trying to stay consistent with posting and being positive. And I've talked to people, just reestablishing some relationships. So seeing how they're doing, checked in with old ambassadors, but are you there? Am I there?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I had a funny thing on my screen.
Oh. Yeah, well, you've really changed it up as far as you're posting all the time. That's huge. You're going to be attracting people in. They're going to be watching and they're going to, see how long you're going to stick it out.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens, right? We have to be stronger than the opinion of them. So, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm not stressed. I'm not worried or feel like nobody's caring about my posts or anything. It's just, I know it takes time. So
yeah,
I bought some three of the sample credits. And so I've just been thinking of, because I don't really even have any leads on people to send them to. So I think I was just gonna post a general post later, because do those work very well?
hit and miss for me, just because I've been doing it for so long. But I think when you're new, you're going to have probably a lot of bites, I would think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Tansy, you're so creative at figuring out a good way to present it. So yeah, go for it. I mean, you can make it fun too. I was going to do like a for the Tuesday night thing. If anybody who wants to commit to coming to the Tuesday night event would get a sample, but I didn't have time to do that. Sorry, Hope's pounding on the door.
That's okay. That's a good idea. I'll try that.
Yeah. And you might want to put, if already working with another ambassador or,
Oh,
already ambassador, if you're already working with ambassador or current ambassador, this, I don't know, how do you say that nicely? Doesn't apply to you because, we all know the same people and a lot of people just jump around from different samples to different samples. So,
Well, you can always just ask people. So
Yeah.
have you ever had a sample before? When they reach out to you.
yeah.
yeah,
I'll
do
that.
all the work and they'll be like, oh, well, so-and-so talked to me. I'm gonna go sign up with her. That happens, that happens
Yeah.
a lot. So just to save your time, do a little bit in a way that feels comfortable. That's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, I swear I zoomed into the wellness page you guys last night and it went on my personal wall. And I don't know why people couldn't get in. Luckily, Rachel was able to get in. Guest. But you guys had no problem tonight though. Yeah, I don't know. That's the part of failing forward and reaching your things. You do. Then you just kind of figure it out. The uneasy part of it. So yeah.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
When you are giving samples, do you ladies always give samples free or do you just ask them to buy it or like sell them samples? It's just I have no luck with the samples. People just take it and then sometimes they don't even use it. So if I ask them, it's like, hey, have you used the samples? And then they're like, oh, Saba, I just put it somewhere and I didn't use it. So do you sell the samples for like, just a couple dollars, or do you just give them free?
I always just give them free. Do you use the app, Saba?
I have done it once.
Okay,
The
You
other
know
ones
the-
were so close, I just gave it to them, like, hand it to them.
sure, sure. Yeah, I guess I would just try to follow up, maybe, I don't know if they're, are they already interested when you give them the samples? They're already thinking about,
Well, two of the ladies, I mailed it to them and they lost the packet. They put it somewhere and they lost it. Happened twice, but
Oh.
the other ladies, couple ladies, like Mary, I gave samples and it took her months to reach out to me. So
I would say if they're asking for it, I would give it a free sample.
okay,
yeah. Yeah, I always give samples free.
okay.
Saba, one thing you may want to do is if you're giving them a sample, create some kind of urgency and let them know that, okay, I'm going to give you this sample. I can't wait for you to try it. I'm going to call you tomorrow night and
Okay.
see what you thought about it. That way it's on their brain that they know you're going to contact them the next night and ask them what they thought about it. And so I found that helps a lot more than giving it to them, because yeah, I'm like you talk to them 2 weeks later and they still haven't tried it. And that's money out of your pocket. And they need to realize that it's costing you money, to share that with them. And if they're serious about wanting to try it, then they can expect a phone call from you
You're
to
right.
see how they like it. So I would definitely, somehow throw that in there,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good suggestion. Because I've had quite a few too that they say they're going to, and I follow up and, oh, I liked it, and still they haven't ordered. Like so samples I kind of go back and forth with. It's, success ratio of it, but I guess you just have to keep trying,
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. That's what this is. So, Leah?
I had somebody reach out to me actually yesterday from work, or school, my old work. So yeah, talked to her on the phone today, and yeah, she wants to order, which is great. So hopefully we'll get, I don't know, has anybody else noticed that their back office, like yesterday when I checked it, it hadn't been updated in 35 hours, and today, now this evening, it hasn't been updated in 17 hours. Is anybody else noticing things like that, or why mine would say that and others wouldn't? You know what I mean?
I don't
Kinda
even
weird.
know where to check whether it's updated. Where does that
It's
at?
in the top. Well, I always use the app. So when it opens up your back office on your phone, in the top right corner, it'll say last updated however many hours ago or minutes. It should be like in real time, right? Because that way you can see if, somebody has ordered, then you can see it. So anyways, that's been,
Have you
kind
tried chatting and asking?
no, I haven't had time to do that. I'm just curious if,
There's been nothing
My-
in any chats or Jewel page that I have about it.
No, my page wasn't opening for a long time, but I thought it was just a Wi-Fi problem, but I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I thought maybe because they did that, just with all the updates and stuff, I thought maybe it's kind of lagging, but anyways, so, yeah, so that's a potential, or hopefully an order, and she's gonna order under one of my ambassadors that, was a coworker of mine at school. So, and they work together, really closely. So anyways, that's good. And there's like a handful of people that I've been chatting with for a few months. And so we'll see if anybody bites. Like I did a chat party last month and I got nothing out of that chat party. That was not a good success, but I'm glad I did it. And there's like people that are interested from the hosts, like they're like, yeah, my friends are interested. I'm like, okay, well, let me know what you need me to do, or if you want to start a group chat, because I don't have their contacts, and I did just like add these people as friends from the chat.
That's a good idea.
So I thought, well, at least they'll see like my stories and stuff like that. So, but otherwise, I don't have anything planned yet for this month, and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's been, I don't know. Yeah, there's little movements, not a lot, kind of feel like a lag, but we're also trying to finish some projects and get ready for baby and stuff like that. So while working too, so I feel like that's, my attention to my time is a different place this month than it was last month, but I'm really hoping I can go senior gold before baby comes. So
You can do it.
Yep.
And these opportunity calls that Plexus is putting on, I haven't been good at inviting people to them, and I watched one tonight. It was 20 minutes. They're really short, but they have 3 to 4 testimonies, and then they go over the basics. So it's for potentials. It's for anybody, a brand new ambassador. They're offering many. I put the information in our business builders. If you go to the help center and you just put it in, you're going to find it. I mean, so it's a bit.ly. And so that's the thing. It's a little bit challenging, I think, for me, is that you don't get a reminder of it all the time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So, and you have to be on at that time, but, very short and to the point. I'm going to be on the one on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So,
I feel like those are just, well, I haven't either reached out a whole lot too, but with summer, it's just really hard to get people to commit to hop on online at a certain time. You know what I mean? Just because there's activities all over the place. And
yep.
so that's kind of where I struggle with that. But
Yeah.
but yeah, those, I mean, it sounds like people I haven't watched one, so I should just watch one and see
Just
how
watch
that
them,
would.
and they're all pretty much the same PowerPoints so far, and then just different stories. And so, yeah,
Nice.
it's going to be, I mean, if they keep this up for a long time and we get used to it, we can just keep inviting and put it on our calendar and just,
Yeah.
it's going to be a nice rollout. But, well, congratulations, Leah, on your potential new.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Andrea and Hope.
Yeah, we'll try this. Can you guys hear me? I'm trying the headphones because she's just kind of needy. She either needs to go to sleep or she needs to sit on my lap. So we're going with this for right now. But yeah, are we just talking about wins? What your wins are right now?
Yeah.
I think maybe it doesn't seem like I'm trying to be like I'm consistent, but just trying to consistently post just anything, just posts about life and sometimes Plexus, sometimes health stuff, whatever, just trying to be consistent about that, because I don't, it's just hard to, do the birthdays and the comments. That's kind of been my guideline. And then make 1 or 2 posts a day. And so just being consistent with all the activities has been a little bit challenging, but it's working. So I have some conversations going with some people. And one is a PA in an oncology office. And that was going really great. And then her son broke his arm. And I was like, oh, so, but I'm going to check in with her again this week and maybe send her the event that she was going to try to get to. And yeah, so, and she was excited about friends joining her and a pharmacist friend. And so that was really encouraging, really exciting. but also like connecting with people in person. Now that there's summer activities, I see lots of people every day. So it's easier to connect with people in person or past ambassadors that, were taking the products for a while and then quit. You just run into those people more, and it's just good to connect with people. And one gal that just started last month that has been kind of not responding to me, I found out her daughter babysits across the street from me, and she was in my driveway today, so got to chat with her, and she's taking the products and doing well. So
Good. Yeah, getting up close and personal is always the best,
it's so much easier
and just,
for me. I like to talk to people in person, but
and that's where, telephone calls and Zooms, we can Zoom with people, and, that's just, texting is texting, but you got to do it sometimes, right?
right.
So, well, hopefully his arm will well, it's not going to get better, but that'll take her off for a while, because that's going to be change. That's part of network marketing, you guys. You can be on a high, and one thing can happen and it can just, things change, and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah. Well, and it's a couple days since he's broken it now. It's been like a week probably. So I'm sure he's doing better and, doesn't have the pain all the time. And so I'm going to check back in with her because she was really excited about it. And
Awesome. Did you notice that I posted that Brooke Hemingway's, it was a gut health sip and share kind of thing, and it was her and then a nurse practitioner, Jessica Wagner, and then another nurse. So I posted in our wellness. That might be something like that would be good to send your friend, maybe, because it's all medical people.
okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Did you just post it today?
I don't remember. If you go to Brooke
Like,
Hemingway's,
like within the last couple days.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
remember. But sometimes just her seeing other medical people give her more of a, intentional reason to move forward. So, all right. No, I don't want to be long. I love
Sorry.
ABC. Are you singing ABCs?
She likes ABC and then she goes back to ABC. All right, then I'll mute myself now.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess with, all we can do is keep doing this, the posting, being consistent, personal growth and development. It's a people business, so we got to keep talking to people and inviting people to events if it's comfortable. Plexus changing our comp plan is, for me, I mean, it's going to be great. We get 6 points for level 1s now, but one thing we have to think about is when you look, you might be getting 6 points for a level 2 or level 3 because their person hasn't, their order's not till the 28th. Guess what? On the 28th, when that goes through, your points are going to go down a little bit with that. So that's one thing that's going to be, interesting moving forward. There hasn't been any projections done that I've seen so far. I talked to my coach again today, and things are just, they're trying to figure this out this month. So if there's any questions with that, I really don't have any answers, but I think this month will be our trying to figure it out. I don't know if you guys, are you higher this month than you were last month at this time? Do you guys keep notes of that? No, that's something I started doing when I was a Ruby. I would just write in my points at the end of the day on my calendar, and then every month, and I'd compare, like, okay, on the 3rd, I was this many points. This month I'm, 20 points behind than I was last month at this time. That's not good. So it kind of helped me monitor my points, and it's a simple way to do it. So I would recommend doing that, just kind of for a self-assessment, a little bit assessment each month, look back at that same day. And getting our people, wanting to move their subscriptions closer to the middle of the month is always a benefit, because we have the sub club coming up on the 16th too. So that's already next Wednesday, right? So, and if they don't want to, you can't do much about it. You don't want to push it, but just say, hey, did you know that we have a cash prize drawing? If you move your sub to the 16th, I see it rolls out on this date. And then it gives you an opportunity to talk about how are the products working. So it's another point of customer service. And then adding in, hey, did you know we have a drawing on this day? It might, spring them into changing it. And sometimes there's so many other things to talk to them about, but just remembering that sub club is a benefit for them and you both. I had a gal that had 2,600 points. I think I shared it in our chat, and she went in and shut her subscription off, did a ProBio 5 order, went and turned her subscription on again, but she lost all of her points, and she's always consistent. And I called in for her because she was working, but they did give it back. But they said it's a one-time only now is what they said, which I hadn't heard that before. So they might be getting a little more strict. But people that have a lot of points, to check that and let them know, oh my gosh, you have this many points, how do you want to use those? And with my friend, I had said to her, you could probably use those with your son. She wanted to get him started. And she's like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. Well, then she did that change and didn't even think about it. But she's going to give those products, order them for her son and daughter, which is nice. Because then she's going to keep her order on too. But just kind of looking at if they have a lot of points, you're going to want to let them know that it's a good message. So other than that, I think some of the other questions I wanted you to think about was, what did your business activity look like this week on this form? Just kind of make notes. You don't need to report to me out loud. I'm just, think about that. If you say, I felt like I worked all day on something, like really be diligent then about, blocking off time and only doing something for the amount of time that you want to work. Because this is the kind of job that you can work all day. It's like teaching. Like you can pour into it all day and keep going forever. It'll never end unless you, set those boundaries. Do you work your business did you work it the way you wanted to? Why don't you guys put a, 10 if you did, 5 if you didn't. And then what went well that you can celebrate, which we did already. What is something you would like to improve next week? So maybe, thinking ahead, like what would you like to get better at? Maybe be more intentional. I don't know what you're inviting more people to the events. Did anyone have anybody on last night that you invited?
No, thanks.
No, but I didn't watch it last night, but I watched it tonight before this, and then I shared it to my wall. So
Okay.
yeah, so we'll see. And I tagged that person that is gonna enroll. I tagged her in it so she can at least watch it and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hopefully, go ahead and share it. And I made a link. Did you see? I put it in the comments. It's on my YouTube too, the link. I don't even remember what she said the first 10 minutes because I was trying to answer messages and figuring out where I was at. So it was like, I feel like I need to go back and listen because I wasn't listening because I was trying to figure out where I was and why people weren't able to get in. Weird. Such as running events. That's how it is, guys, right? Those of you that are random, but Rachel's just a sweetheart. And from what I remember, she did very well here, what she shared. Anyone else have anyone? Yeah, use it as a third-party tool, Hey, if you know someone that's a fitness instructor, they don't need to lose weight, but maybe they have these secret sugar addictions. It's like, I know you're a fitness instructor, and I thought of you when I heard this testimony. Well,
Was that the testimony from last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just say, would you be open to listening to a video about how the products I've been taking have really helped this gal, and she does fitness too, like you. I used to ache, you guys, as a fitness instructor everywhere, all the time. Like I don't ache anymore. And I'm I'm teaching classes now again. I just did 2 classes today actually, but and I don't hurt anywhere really. And that's what a difference. I mean, I'm not taking ibuprofen. I was taking 4 to 6 a day all the time. Sinus infections all the time. Our products work if you take them. What brave actions did you take? Any aha moments this week, that over the week, you guys, that you listened to something, you watched something that you went, oh my gosh, I get it. I'm going to change this, or any aha moments or actions that were scary that you did?
I listened to, I think it was the Bob Heilig podcast that maybe Alicia shared in the chat. I can't remember. But anyways, I listened to some good podcasts this week while I've been painting. So that's been, it's always good. It's always good. And I've been trying to like also listen to those Monday night
Motivation.
Monday motivation trainings. I've also been trying to just like save them in my email and then go back and just watch them. And they're just good to reiterate all the things,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Plexus gives us, we have the tools. We have so many tools, right? I wonder how many of our people that get the texts, that watch it secretly that we don't know. You wonder if anybody does. Like, I don't know. Do you ever ask anybody if they watch it?
No, I don't see any of my people watching it. Maybe a couple now that have like gone silver, but most of mine I feel like wouldn't opt into those.
Not yet. Yeah.
They're just product users really, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. And the next couple months too, as Plexus transitions into the VIP ambassadors or VIP customers, I mean, we're going to be able to do things a little differently. It's going to be kind of fun to see how that all rolls out, as far as making sure people get in the right category. Like, if they don't want to share about the business, they don't have to be an ambassador, right? And then if they share the referral link, you'll know, hey, they're talking, and that, either you get the money or you can upgrade. So yeah, it's going to be a good transition. What intentional activities did you do to foster authentic individual connection with your leaders, ambassadors, and customers? That's kind of a long one. Yeah. And then how did you contribute to your team's community events and groups? I think we are just kind of taking a break on that right now. So everybody can kind of enjoy summer, absorb all the newness that's happening. So we'll just keep doing that. And yeah, I'm going to try and get a bunch of you guys together, the leaders, Golds on Up, for to go over some things with the emails or the texts and stuff, because there's been some conversations I'm having with different ones that want different things and some don't want it. So things are kind of shifting a little bit. So, and it's so hard to find a night for everybody to be free. So I don't know if I'm just going to do a video and send it and have you guys individually. I think that might be easiest. Just individually answer me. I'll just kind of tell you what's on the table and then kind of go from there. And it'll be easiest if I do it just with my level 1 leaders, and then they handle it in their team, how they want it in the downline. So that's kind of the plan. But as far as now, it's just focus on staying consistent, connecting with your people, good customer care, and just doing the scary things. Okay. So do you need anything from me before now and next week? No? Okay. I'll be probably posting a little bit about getting on the opportunity call next week at 8 o'clock with corporate, since I'll be on it. So I think I'm just gonna change the time to 8 o'clock and just share it in the event rather than going 2 times. Okay. The way I did last night, did you think the products was covered enough? I wanted it short. I didn't want it long. So, okay, good. That's how I'll do. I have all the people lined up for the rest of the month for the Tuesdays. So Tansy's gonna do one. Carrie Spratley, who's a health practitioner coach. She's gonna be on also. And then the month is over and we have convention coming up too to talk about. So far we'll have a few people there. So it'll be fun to just hear what the new product is. I haven't heard any of that. I'm excited to hear what that is and kind of see how our month ends out. I know Kelly, you're having, are you doing an event in Minot too?
It's not set in stone yet, but we're looking at that Thursday before convention. Yes,
Okay.
live sip and share at a friend's house.
Yeah, if we can get the live ones in people's houses, I think that's the ticket right now. I think people are craving for connection. You know, and any one of you can do your own sip and share. You know, you don't need your upline. Because, I mean, maybe if it's the first time you've ever done it, but for just moral support, but we all know the products well enough. And it's just to connect and have fun and I don't know, get people on products that they're going to love. So, yeah, I think about, you know, all the sip and shares. A lot of my time hops show all the ones that I've done in the past. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to do a lot of them. Holy crap. You know, now I don't do hardly any and I need to get back at it too, you guys. So I'm talking to myself here too. So, any questions before we sign off?
Just, you said that you're gonna change the time to 8. That was a different event, correct?
Next Tuesday, because I'm doing the corporate one at 8.
Got it.
Yeah, rather than
It's not-
doing 8 and a 9 o'clock.
It's
Yeah.
not the Wednesday accountability one, right?
No, just the event in the wellness group.
Okay.
It's Tuesdays all month, but I'm just gonna put the corporate call in there. After it's over with, which will be, I guess it'll be around 9 o'clock, right? By the time that's done, but I'm hoping everybody tunes in to the corporate call. Let's try and be intentional that night, but it's at 8, like, it's so nice out at 8 o'clock still. So if it's go to the lake but watch that call, I don't know what you're gonna do. I wonder. Right? So anyway, yes, so have a great week. Do the scary things. Let's all get 3 more before next Wednesday, okay? All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.